Good job. Good job.
Here with you guys.
You're on the East Coast again. Still.
I'm in double digits.
Hey, not yet.
Oh,
you got to go past your dot to get to double digits. Okay.
I know, but just
just
I'll
to
set
make
it over
legal.
here.
Make it legal.
Oh, this is great. I'm ready to be here for so long.
You mean me waited to be in double digits for so long?
No, I'm talking to you guys.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is. It is. Very
Congratulations, man. Awesome. Awesome. Matthew or Matt?
Cool. Either way.
We can call you worse, but...
I was like, as long as it's good, you call me whatever you want.
That's
oh,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So you do know the deal. That's one of the reasons we're here. Double digits.
Double digits. It's
Can
awesome.
you believe that?
No, not at all. What an awesome stretch, too. Come for
From,
hours, for as long as I can remember.
Charlottesville in or whatever? Cool.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
great. Yeah, yeah. Humid and hot today, though. That
no, but
must
it's
have
not. So, and I can only push so hard. So like, I'll take my shoes off and like sit in a creek or something for a little while. Like taking this.
I understood.
Okay, cyclist, poor racer.
Did you put your feet in Lake Anna?
No, not Lake Anna, but a couple rivers and a couple creeks, and I think I've saved
Anna's
6
radioactive.
turtles.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, I've gotten like 6 turtles off the middle of the road. So I just, you know, so pushing a little bit, but like I love talking to strangers too. So
saving a life.
Yeah,
we're all strangers out here, aren't we?
Yes and no, right?
Yeah,
that's
well,
awesome.
We don't feel like a stranger.
Not at all.
Because we've been watching all these people's dots now for
it's
4+
awesome.
weeks.
The RAF is probably catching me. No.
Abby's they've split up.
They're not. They did split up.
Yeah, Abby's actually
he's
behind you.
He's an interesting character.
Yeah, yeah.
We've passed a couple times at like 5 in the morning. Before Tony scratched, we were kind of right, and then we'd leave, and then we had a hotel room. So the RAF, Tony was like, "We still have the room for 11. Just take us." We got the card back from the hotel and got him a room for a few hours. But it's like, what were you doing last night? You know, like, yeah, but yeah, it's so much fun.
So your cycling background, when I go to your Strava, I see like a 4-day Erie something.
I've gone around a couple of the Great Lakes, and I've done like the Erie Canal, and I just did that in like 30 hours last year, but nothing so big. And I've done like a 1,000-mile ride.
What are you doing here, right? What are you doing in Trans-Am bike race?
Try to just same thing I just did, just ride my bike and talk to people. It's fun. It's something I've always wanted to do. My buddy did it in 1979, so it's just always been a goal to do the route. And it's fun to do it kind of with other people.
When it was like 3 years young?
Yeah.
2 years?
Yeah.
14 first year.
Well, 76? You said 96.
79.
79, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
79.
yep, 79. And it's cool to see, like, stop and talking to you guys, but last night, the bike house, I wasn't sure if it was going to work out just because of where it is and when you get to Vesuvius, but I was able to stay there last night, so that was cool. And then back to being a poor racer, like I should have just charged stuff, went to bed. I'm sitting there looking at, reading the walls and taking pictures. So I got to bed like after 1. So it's like, but it's what, you know, it's all part of it.
Racers might have visited it, but you're the first one to stop.
Or like the same, well, and it's a weird spot because some people get to Lexington.
Well, you know why?
And then climb and then kind of end their day, but I wasn't sure, and I was like, might as well go for it, right?
But you know also why it's a weird spot, because you're heading down Afton.
Yeah,
and then you get to the post office and you need to take the left, and once you do that, you're not going back.
No, yeah, it was awesome.
But it,
and the same with like the Spoken Hostel. Like I thought the way it would work out, I'd be able to stay there. It didn't, and I was full. But I was like, I gotta stop. So I went and like stuffed spaghetti down just so I could say I was there. But it's like kind of a race.
Kind of a race. And that's what Gretchen said. You're just really enjoying the journey.
Yeah, it's tough now. Like my family's waiting for me, and I miss them and love them. I don't want.
That's nice.
I don't want this to stop. Like I'd like let's have like a dinner, hug, and then like. But yeah, because it's not. I haven't really buried myself. Sad to say, and I thought I'd do longer days, and I was like trying to keep myself. I was like, I got to make it out of the mountains. And then I hit Kansas. Like this is worse. It's like you could see something 10 miles down the road, and you never get there. The wind's in your face, and it's like. Oh, and you're shifting gears, but you're on flat ground. Like this is like demoralizing. At least you have something, like you achieve something at the top. Like
and then you get it downhill.
And then you get it downhill. Yeah, but Kansas was rough. I'm okay if I never go back to Kentucky.
Because
the dogs. And Appalachia's just punchy. Like it was rough terrain. But the dogs are relentless. But you see not any real aggressive ones, but a couple packs that would kind of grab a little bit. But you could see them from like way off, and it's like, oh man, he's coming. And they'd like cross creeks to come get you. It's like running for a football field, and it's like not just like running a little bit and stopping. Like they're like.
And what was your strategy?
Persistent.
Because we've heard different
Just
strategies.
try to talk, and I had Slim Jims for a little bit, but they didn't pay any attention to those. Like, oh, here, bud. Nothing.
Not the right food.
Not the right food. No, I didn't want to do like bear
But
spray or anything.
You didn't get bit.
No.
Good.
No. But just your energy goes up, so it's like you're burning one of your matches, you know. And it's like I only have so many.
Good point.
Yeah, and it's just in any time of the day, like you try to get out early, like maybe they're not out. They're always, and they come out. Like the abandoned houses are so close to the road that they just like come out of nowhere.
I think it's like shark meat. Human meat once
and
a
it's
shark
like you can't go anywhere too fast, and luckily sometimes there's a downhill. But yeah, it's just, and they have great angles of pursuit. Well, they'll run straight like down the field to try to get ahead of you, and then one was like sitting in front of me, and two others were on either side of me. I'm like, come on, guys.
Did you have a goal when you set out from Astoria, time-wise?
I wanted to do 21 200s. Pretty much. So the second morning, I shredded a back tire, and then I started tubeless. Stupid, right? But started tubeless, shredded a tire, and it sealed itself. And I got to like this convenience store before you go up Mackenzie Pass, and the tubes I brought, the valves were too short. So I'm sitting there freaking out, like shaking. I'm like, what am I gonna do? This guy Jeffro has a van. He's like, I think I got tubes that would work at home. So I leave my bike in like a pile. I bring my wheel with me. Get in the back of his van. He's like, my dog doesn't like people. So there's like a gray, and the dog's barking at me in the front. I'm sitting in the back of this van. So we go to his house. The tubes are a little small, like they're 35 tires, and they were like 23 to 25s. Somehow I got up and over Mackenzie, and then I had a flat when I got into Sisters. So then I had to wait until the bike shop opened at 10. So then I was like, all right, well, it's just not going to be. I was like, but I can't believe that just happened either. Like that whole, it was just the ride, and I was like, thanks, gave him $50 and kept going, which was cool.
So that happened, you realized you're too
Well,
much
that,
into it.
and then I was just, that's a very ambitious goal. And I obviously, and then, but I thought I could do it. And then just the time. I didn't want to ride too much into the night. I'd rather start early, but then you just run out of time so fast. And I dilly-dally. Like, I'll stand here and talk to you guys forever.
But we're going to kick you out of it.
Oh, well, yeah, but so like,
Eventually.
I love sitting on the curb and like gas station food, just talking to whoever, you know, and it's just fun. But then it's like 10 minutes turns into 20. You do that 3 times a day over the course of a month. That 25 days turns into like 30. But it's all right, you know. Having fun.
What have your accommodations been?
Post office, a couple outside of churches. There was a Methodist church that was really nice a few days ago. Done some motels, parks, yeah, and kind of motel if you can. And I think it saves me time. And at least nothing like everything you unpack stuff and it's going to be wet and damp in the morning. And I didn't think, and I was trying to make up time, so I was trying to get motels. And then there's a couple that I planned that the weather was bad, so I stayed in a rest stop. And then I got into, what was it, like Jeffrey City, and there was like a Green Mountain Lodge or something. They probably hadn't been open in years, but it was said open on the maps. So I was like, oh, that was my plan to get to. So I'm glad I didn't get down there that night, like push through. So I stopped at like the top of a pass or a hill with like a nice rest stop, and was able to kind of plug some stuff in and sit underneath the hand dryer. But like if I would have ridden another hour and a half down to Jeffrey City, there was like nothing. Wow. There's nothing there. So it would have been like trying to find like a little overhang or, so it worked out. And being slower, Mackenzie, if that didn't happen at Mackenzie Pass, I would have had to turn around with the group. Because what happened, something happened, like a washout or something, they were turning people back and they had to come down and go around. I was a few hours later, so I was able to struggle up without having to turn around.
Funny how luck comes into play.
Yeah, like nothing's good or bad. It's like the Chinese farmer parable. Nothing's good or bad. It's just like kind of
and food situation.
A couple of sketchy times, but I usually
pretty much supplied.
I usually give away too much stuff. When you carry too much stuff, I'd rather be comfortable. Like the amount of times I stop and just take layers off and on, I'd rather do that than. And I'll just get off the road too, if like trucks or something. There's no need. I'm not gonna finish to get clipped. You know. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Keep plugging.
Yeah, I mean you got nothing. Super. I don't know what your plans are, but you know, tomorrow being the 4th, Yorktown's going to be a nightmare.
Crazy. My sister's already saying that, so I'm not sure. It's so nice out right now, and the miles are coming pretty easy. So I might just see how far I can go before I start weaving, and then take
We've
a
got
nap
some
somewhere.
suggestions for you.
Oh, what?
I mean, first of all, you're biking around Richmond now. You have tons of services.
I was going to ask you that too.
Yeah, I don't want, you know. We've got some food and stacks for you as well too. 15th place though. Awesome.
Happy with that.
That's cool. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
Good
much.
job. Good job.